Hi everyone, this is Daniel. Welcome back to another exciting episode of All Things China. Recently, there's a lot of media coverage on the folding phone. Wow, it got me thinking, is there a cheaper alternative folding phone from China? I believe I have found the phone. This folding phone from ZTE, another Chinese manufacturer, is costing at only 150 US dollar. Stay tuned and we should check it out together to see if this folding phone is worth your money. So a lot of you is aware that I'm a very big fan of finding a cheap alternative device of their US or Korean counterpart. So when the folding phone start to get really good coverage on the media, I start to think, hey, is there something that China has and is much cheaper? And I managed to find this. This is by ZTE. The model number is Axon Amp. When it's launched back in 2017, it's selling at a whopping 850 US dollar. Back then, at that price, it's really crazy. And it's subsequently dropped to 799, and the price is dropped further when US start to apply its limitation and constraint into ZTE.
We had the example of ZTE, which back in 2018 faced some pretty stiff penalties from the US.
Claiming that they are a risk to national security, just like what they have did to Huawei right now. And because of that, it affects the sales really bad. Right now, you can get one at just 150 US dollars.
What? I heard it.
So let's take a look at what's included in the package itself. Here we have the phone. Let's put it aside. Instruction manual as well as warranty information. We have a earbud. Looks like an Apple earbud design. A two-pronged USB 5-volt charger, as well as a USB Type-C cable. Included in the package, there is also a SIM card removal pin, as well as a USB, micro USB to USB-C converter, which I've already taken up from the box and it's currently not with me. So now let's take a close look at the device itself. At the front, we have 5.2-inch screen with a LED flashlight, as well as the camera and front-firing speaker. Bottom, we have another speaker as well as a micro USB Type-C port. Right is just the hinge. On the left, we have a SIM tray, volume, fingerprint sensor, which act as an on-off switch as well. On the bottom, we have a quick launch button, which you can configure to launch any application. On the back, we have another screen, which is the secondary screen, also at 5.2-inch. The front, we do have a microphone, I believe, as well as a stereo earphone jack. So let's open up the device and look at its glory. Wow. So first impression, I must say, hardware-wise, it is very good. Really top class, really flagship quality. The phone feels very sturdy. It feels very premium when you hold on to it, and the folding mechanism just works wonder. It is very secure, and up when you fold, the screen will have a clicking sound, and you can hold on either side of the device, consuming your media in left or right. It just works very well. A lot of people complain that the edge is a little bit too sharp, but I think they need to have this design language, because if the edge of the device is curved, when you flash the screen, there will be a groove in the middle, which is definitely not very pleasing. The display is also very having a good resolution of Full HD on each panel. It's not like Ultra HD or super high Full HD, but at 1920 by 1080 on each side, it's good enough. No matter how close you look at the screen, you cannot identify the pixel. It has high contrast, very vibrant, so I really like it. So now let's talk about the main selling feature of the device itself, which is the flip-top screen on the right here. Well, there are 4 different modes which you can choose from. They are, namely, the first mode, which is a duplication mode. The beauty of having this mode is both users can consume this device together, one on each side. Since the image is duplicated from both sides, 2 persons can view the same image at the same time from left and right. So it's ideal for 2 users or when you are viewing something in a group. Next, it will be continuous mode, which means the image is now displayed across both screens. This will improve the immersiveness of your experience, and it will add a lot of real estate to your phone. On YouTube at portrait mode, as you can see, the video will be at the top, while below you can browse other videos and also comments. It cut off nicely right in the middle. If you flip to a landscape mode, the video will appear across the whole real estate of both display. Let me just show you what I mean. So it's pretty cool. It will improve also improve the experience while you're viewing photos as well. So let me demonstrate this. All in all, I must say it's quite a seamless experience. Really like it when viewing photos. And obviously it helps a lot while you are playing games. Let me just demonstrate. Well, I noticed in games a lot of time you can only operate it in this orientation, which is the landscape, with the screen border, or whether the line cutting right in the middle, the border of the screen cutting right in the middle. Let's go. Let me demonstrate another game. This time around, probably the pinball. Okay, let me try another game. This time around, probably the Skyforce Reloaded.
Nice to see you again. You know the drill. Touch the screen, move your finger, and see what happens.
Alright, so as you can see, the mode where it's the whole image flow across 2 screens as one is really good for video gaming as well as media consumption. Next, we have mode in AB, which means that now the phone behaves as if you have 2 independent devices. The advantage of having this function is you can do a lot of multitasking. For example, you could be watching YouTube on the left for instruction on how to configure your phone settings, so you can view it while doing the settings. really good for people who love to do multitasking. The next mode is just a one screen mode. Why you want to do this? It's very good if you want to use this additional screen just like a stand, so you can just consume the media on one screen while the other is off. All in all, I must say it's really useful to have this additional screen, and the built-in different mode is very well thought of and very convenient to have this additional real estate. So let's draw to a conclusion to this device based on my 1 week of usage. It's better like a first impression than a detailed review. First impression, this is really good. The hardware is top class. The screen is very good as well. The speaker is decent. The Wi-Fi connection and Bluetooth connection, it's also very good. In terms of usage, the huge display will definitely add immersive level to your media consumption. Some will find the edge, the line right in the middle could affect your viewing experience. In my usage, it's a little bit affecting, especially when you're viewing videos. But if you are viewing images as well as text, it is very good, and it works very well when you are reading ebooks, because text in general, there's always a gap in between the line of text, so it's not going to affect that much, and so it works very well where you're using it to play games. Definitely a huge bonus if you use this device to play games. In terms of battery life, this device will not have a super long battery life, but it's good enough to last you almost to a day. Sometimes it will last me 3/4 of a day, sometimes to a day. So it's good that you carry an extra battery bank with you just in case. But all in all, at this crazy price of $130 to $150 US, this thing is really a steal right now. And I'm talking about a device that's unlocked. You can use it in any telco. However, here in Singapore, I can't make it run with any of the telco here, not Singtel, M1, and StarHub, probably because due to the different frequency band that we use locally, but it should work very well in North America, such as Canada and US. I will use this device for another period of time before I conclude a more detailed review, but offhand right now, highly recommended. In fact, I have never regret buying this, even though if I can't use it under my own telco, I use it more like a media consumption device. So do check it out. As I mentioned again, I will leave the purchase link in the description box below. Do check it out, and also do consider subscribing to my channel so you will be informed when the full review of this device is out. So until next time, this is Daniel signing out. Goodbye everyone.